so typically I go ahead and I start a video off by talking about the game that I'm going to be doing a video on, but in this instance, there's a brand new game called Crystal of Atlan. I have not watched the trailer. I haven't even really looked at the images. All I know is in the video I did just yesterday about Project BBQ and Dungeon Fighter Overkill, there were multiple people that told me there is a brand new game out there called Crystal of Atlan. This game apparently looks just like Project BBQ and is going to be equally as good, if not even better. So we're gonna go ahead, and the very first thing we're gonna do is take a look at the trailer, because apparently you can pre-register for the game right now. Let the journey begin. So I think this is V-Game Studio. I haven't actually heard of them before, but I genuinely like what I see so far. This is a very aesthetically appealing game to me so far. I love anime games. You guys know this channel has a very large focus on anime games because I grew up on anime games. I grew up on anime. Like, this actually, you know what? I do see the similarity to Project BBQ here. To me, though, it looks more like Kurtzpell, though. Character movements look great. I see characters that look like the female priest, the male slayer. Like, he looks like the male slayer right there. The action combat looks really good. I'll give it that. But I do want to make it, or not yet. I do want to make known the fact that we do not see a UI. So I honestly, at this point, I don't even know what platform this is on. What kind of game this even is. Is this an MMO? I don't think it's an MMO. It looks like maybe it's a game like Genshin Impact, or maybe it's a game like a dungeon crawler like SoulWorker or Dungeon Fighter or PSO2. Wait, did he just swap? They just swapped to another character? Does it have character swapping? Oh, I do see multiple characters. Okay, so it looks like you can party up with people, which means it does have online co-op. And the character models, they look really good, from what I can tell. Okay, so I like the character models. I do. I genuinely like I really like the blonde girl. Yeah, she looks great. I'm a fan of female characters who man, those look like she could probably kill you with those. Yeah. So, according to the website, a floating continent, a lost city where magic and machinery intertwine. The forces in pursuit of the mysterious power of crystal cores are rushing to it. The girl with the mysterious right eye, the ubiquitous mysterious crystal, how many unknown secrets still exist in this magical continent? This is a floating continent where magic and machinery play together. Players play as adventurers who use magic weapons to fight, explore ancient ruins, investigate the truth of the destruction of ancient civilizations, and foil the newborn conspiracy. Magic is not an occult science, but an energy force with stable properties and practical use. Crystal Nucleus is a mysterious crystal with almost endless energy. Several great leaps in human magic technology are inseparable from the research of the crystal nucleus. Such a secret treasure makes all the powers rush before its mysterious disappearance once triggered a world war. Now, apparently, there have been several people that have played this already, because I'm looking at the website. It's got 19 reviews and is rated 9 stars on TapTap. There have been thousands of people that have pre-registered for this already. I think this has only been up for like a day or two thus far. The tags for the game are action RPG, magic, steampunk, ACGN, I do not know what that acronym stands for, and adventure. Now, what we did see in that trailer were multiple characters that were concurrently fighting a boss. So these characters were all fighting the boss simultaneously at the very same time, which means that either the game is going to have dungeons that you can party with other players for and tackle cooperatively, or it means that there is going to be some type of online, maybe even MMO aspect to the game. I think somewhere in the trailer, I did see the player actually swap to another character. Maybe I was seeing things, maybe it was just a weird transition, I'm not entirely certain. I feel like if that is the case and you can change your character like that, it's probably going to be a game that is more similar to something like Genshin Impact. But at the same time, in the trailer it showed, I think there were like 5 or 6 other players all attacking the boss as well. So the multiplayer aspect of Crystal of Atlan might actually be much larger in scale than Genshin Impact is. Genshin Impact, of course, allows for 4 players to play cooperatively, so yourself and 3 other players. And it also allows for you to choose whichever of your list of waifus or even husbandos you want to use. And I guess if this is in fact an online RPG like Genshin Impact, this is probably going to play more or less the same. Now, Tower of Fantasy, I do not believe provides that opportunity. It has a bunch of different weapons that you can equip. It doesn't necessarily allow for the use and active changing of characters kind of like on the fly like Genshin Impact does. Now, Crystal of Atlan specifically, I really don't know much about this. I know that this is being developed on Unreal Engine 4, and according to a Reddit post that was made, the developer said this is not going to be any type of gacha game. This is going to be a semi-open world action game akin to something like Blade and Soul, which is very unusual game to compare it to. It looks as though the game is going to have individual classes and individual weapon builds, which means one of 2 different things. Either each class has their own specific weapon, and therefore swapping to a different class will give you a completely different skill selection, or you're going to have various different characters that it can equip specific weapons, and the weapon you equip will again change your style of fighting, but there might be weapons that are only specific to a select number of characters. Now, I do not know if this is being built specifically for mobile. I do not know if this is being built with PC in mind as well, if this is going to be cross-platform or not. There's really no information pertaining to the game currently, but that looked really cool. Again, we did not see the UI, so we don't know if it's going to be a really like low budget, cheap mobile game, or if it's going to have a UI that is easier for PC players to use, or more directed at PC players that have the use of a keyboard and a mouse, or maybe controller support. So I would urge you guys to, before getting too hyped for this game, wait to see a following trailer, hopefully showcasing the UI. Now, either way, I am excited for this because I'm excited whenever I get to see a new anime game. This game looks like it could be really good. Could being the keyword here, not will be. But I can tell you, if this is the game that comes out and it is going to be cross-platform like Genshin Impact or like Tower of Fantasy, then yeah, my mind will be blown, because we were going to have so many cross-platform games that all look and feel and play incredibly. It does genuinely look like cross-play games, cross-play MMOs are the future. Let's just hope they're not all garbage.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah.